Wedge Project by Becky Fine, Jonathan Mitchell.
Our first wedge out of our 8 consists of transportation conservation. This technique of cutting down on carbon in the atmosphere requires transportation by cars to be cut down. In order to fill one wedge, the number of miles traveled by the world's cars needs to be cut in half.
Today, 1/4 of the world's carbon emissions is produced from coal-burning power plants. By increasing the efficiency at these plants, it would save a wedge worth of carbon emissions.
Cutting down on CCS synfuels is an expensive but effective way of lowering carbon levels. In 50 years, a significant fraction of the fuels used in vehicles and buildings may not come from conventional oil, but from coal. When coal is heated and combined with steam and air or oxygen, carbon monoxide and hydrogen are released and can be processed to make a liquid fuel called a synfuel. Cutting down use of CCS synfuels at 180 large synfuel plants can capture and store CO2 in a significant amount.
Currently, 17% of the world's electricity is provided from nuclear fission. We could cut emissions by one wedge if coal plants were replaced with nuclear electric plants. This would triple the world's current nuclear capacity.
Wind electricity is a great option to save the Earth from too extreme of carbon levels in the atmosphere. Current wind capacity would need to be scaled up by a factor of 10. This increase in capacity would require deployment of about 1 million large windmills.
Since plants take up carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, we could simply return borrowed carbon to the atmosphere through combustion of biofuels made from plants like corn and sugarcane. Although 1/6 of the world's cropland would be required for one wedge worth of carbon-neutral biofuels, but that one wedge savings would increase today's global ethanol production by about 12 times, making it sustainable.
Land plants and soils contain large amounts of carbon. Deforestation, in result, adds between 1 and 2 billion tons of carbon to the atmosphere, which isn't good. Reducing deforestation and planting new forests will make carbon levels not get to dangerous levels. Halting deforestation in 50 years would provide one wedge of emission savings, so forest storage is highly effective.
Through soil storage, we can reduce soil carbon content by 1/2 to 1/3. One wedge of emission savings could be achieved by applying carbon management strategies to all of the world's existing agricultural soils.
We chose our wedges in a way that we felt would get the most positive reactions. Also, our wedges consisted of the methods we felt were the most effective, easiest to achieve, and did not require much money. So, what will the public think of our wedges? Well, we feel that taxpayers would rate our methods as a 3 out of 5, because they will have to pay money to the government in order to pursue these methods. However, it is for a good cause, could save them money in the future if alternative energy is used, and could save the Earth. Energy companies would rate it 2 out of 5, because methods like electricity efficiency would increase plant costs. Also, if different energy sources like wind electricity increases in use, some energy companies could lose customers and decrease profit. Environmental groups would rate our methods as a 5 out of 5 because we are supporting alternative energy sources and forest storage, which is what they fight for. Manufacturers would rate our methods as a 4 out of 5 because they will have to spend money to make more windmills and other such mechanisms, which is a negative. However, they will make a large profit from making all the windmills and other needed products for our wedges. Furthermore, industrialized countries will like our methods because they tend to support environmental and green energy and want to find ways to save resources. Developing countries will dislike them, though, because they will not have enough money to follow through with these methods.